Your very existence is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratchet snake pit in this one. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Georgia Southern's offense is on the field for the first time today. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the
out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. And the Mountaineers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught behind the line. It's Russ. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Now, he does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards. Nice play early in this football game.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing creative ways to get him involved.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on stage?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty.
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score.
this is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as a... The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Appalachian State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The returner will field it and bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He's piled up 65 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Going for the big play. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll try to do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it. So he tried to get outside and make something happen himself. But give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right down the middle. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the first down and more. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Off the play fake on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They drag him down at the 34. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the outside. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Got it in the middle, it's Valentine. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
To the air on second down. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Keeping it on the ground.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Third and goal, where the strong come through. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, App State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Fielded in the end zone, it's over. That gamble did not pay off. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Off-play action on first down. With the catch, it's Valentine. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. The Mountaineers will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the...
And he's got it! Touchdown, App State! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 45 on its way. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached a break, and Appalachian State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the 2nd effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. And that might be a dagger. They push the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Rock chalk. Kansas is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 17 over SMU.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now, Palmer, it's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He's got an open man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Looking to throw on first down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. He's got it and still on his feet. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold on.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the one that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Got nothing last time. Now second and goal from the 3. Back to pass. Trying to find the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Coming out with it, it's Oda. And the coverage team able to wrap down. They'll start this drive from the 42. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Nice play, and this running back showing you why he truly is a three-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, beat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team.